It's about the opportunity that lays before technology. I think technology is in a wonderful position right now to be able to make a lasting impact on the business. You know, we're already seeing forward-looking CIOs who are taking advantage of the spike in mobility and in cloud to change the way customers relate to their organizations, to look for new revenue streams, to look for ways in which the brand is represented and trusted within the customer base. So you're absolutely right. It's the opportunity that lays before technology that becomes very passionate in the discussions we have. But you don't forget the basics. I mean, service delivery, service operation is still the ticket to the dance. So we spend a lot of time talking about both and that balance between strategic and operational priorities. It's interesting you talk about the Amazon experience. I mean, in the vision we lead with context-based services, this whole notion about understanding who you are, where you are and what you're doing to really deliver that highly individualized customer experience. But we also talk about, sharing of data, the industrialized data services as a key enabler for those great context-based experiences that we all want. And Amazon's a good case in point. The way they share data is one that we use as an exemplar of, really putting data at the heart of the business and then being able to use all those additional inputs, that wealth of information that's now existing in the unstructured world, and to converge that with the structured world to be able to provide those key insights. And I think, it's only a matter of time before these services start to become more a matter of fact in our everyday lives. I mean, we're seeing it with, as an example, we use Shopkicks, which is a company in the US, which has really started to pair together the virtual and the physical shopping world. It's an application that is in use by Macy's, by Target, by Toys R Us, and it allows you to enhance the shopping experience. When you walk into the store, it knows you're in the store and rewards you with their kicks, their virtual currency, for just being in the store. And I think that's the sort of experience you're thinking of when you talk about you don't get the right one at the newsagents. But I think there are companies out there that are looking to bring together those trends around context, around sharing of data, around convergent data architectures to really produce that highly individualized digital experience that we all want. So I think that tension between what we share and how it's used is one that we need to manage in a very positive way. I think relevance is key here. I think people are happy to share information. And I know personally I'm happy to share information if what I get back is a very relevant experience. So I'm prepared to let people know where I'm going to be traveling to, if that means that I can get a better insight into the hotels that are there when I get there. And this is what Reachly does, reach.ly, is a service that tries to understand from Twitter a very profitable sharing environment around where I'm going to be and tries to match the two together. So I think there's an example of where it's highly relevant and I don't mind sharing. And I think the challenge here is that we don't want to be bombarded with offers that are not relevant to what we're looking for or are ones that we don't place value in. And I think that's really going to be the tension that we need to manage and the tension that brands need to manage. You're right about, we're sharing lots of data at the moment, but there's lots of data stored about us as well. And the challenge that's on the enterprise is how do I gain insight from the data that I've already got? How do I marry that data together with that world of unstructured data? And how do I share that data within my organization to really deliver that relevant experience that we know is going to delight the customer?